DynoJet PowerVision, DynoJet PowerVision 4. What are the differences? What's the same? And which one would I actually pick? Anyways, let's get into it. For those of you that don't know, DynoJet PowerVisions, they're tuners for your motorcycle, Harley Davidson, Indian. They do make them for other bikes as well. Basically, they come loaded with tunes on them. DynoJet's always updating them. It's basically flashing a tune to your motorcycle to get different maps to your motorcycle to make them run a little bit better. So I'm going to go over basically what's the same, what's different, and then again which one I would personally want to pick. But before we do that, 2 house cleaning items. The first one is I tend to ramble. I've had a lot of people angry at me that I ramble too much and I talk like a teenage girl for some reason. I don't know. So if you don't want to listen to me ramble, PowerVision 4, get it. It's the newest one, the latest one. It's actually even cheaper than the original one. So yeah, so you don't have to listen to me ramble. If you want to listen to me ramble, stick around. The second one is if you do have an Indian, they only make the PowerVision 4 for it. I don't know if they've ever made the PowerVision 4 before, but any site that I go to, DynoJet's main website, Fortnine, Revzilla, Revco, they all just sell the PowerVision 4. They don't even sell the original PowerVision for Indian. Again, I don't know if they ever did or not. Just know that if you're riding an Indian, you're going to get a PowerVision 4. You're not going to be able to get the PowerVision. Before I do, this here is actually the unit, the PowerVision. This is what the original one looks like, and this is it on the Sport Glide. The Indian has the PowerVision 4. I'll put links somewhere around during this video somewhere of installation of that on the Harley and the installation of that on the Indian, as well as I'll put a picture of what the PowerVision 4 looks like. It's more like a pigtail because it is actually on the Indian right now and it's on the kickstand side. And I don't feel like going over and getting it. So I'll put a picture up there as well as installation of it. Both are basically a similar plug and play basically. So what's similar of the two? They flash your motorcycle, they get a tune into your bike, and that's it. They both do the same thing. For guys like me and most people that would be watching this, you're not going to need anything more than this unless you actually bring it to a professional shop. They won't do as good of a job as getting it done by a professional, but for the layman, it's good enough. Make your engine run a lot better. So for similarities, they both do the same thing. They'll flash a tune. There's multiple different tunes that are there that DynoJet has done that, what are they called? Canned tunes. You can download them to your bike, run it on your bike, and go from there. You'll change parameters like whether you have a high flow air cleaner, different exhaust, if you have cam, it does all that type of thing. And they are adding new ones as different bikes, different combinations, different tests that they've run. They do have newer ones that do come out. But yeah, for similarities, they basically both do the same thing. Now for differences, basically the way it works. And I think it starts right off the bat with price. The DynoJet PowerVision is actually cheaper than the original PowerVision. Now the reason I think that is, and as of right now on DynoJets, you can get these on sale at different places. I got the PowerVision, the original one, like 2 or 3 years ago for like $500 off of Fortnine. And that's a good deal. It has gone up in price since then. So inflation for everything. And the PowerVision I got recently off of, actually no, this one was Revco. This one I got from Fortnine. This one here was about $400-ish. And that seems to be what the going rate is right now for the Indian. as of right now on the I'll use the DynoJet pricing for it right now. The original PowerVision is actually like $609, and the PowerVision 4 is actually $409. So there's a $200 difference in the price of these things, and I think the reason why that is because the original PowerVision, you're actually getting hardware, where the PowerVision 4 is mostly like software, because plugged into the car, into the bike, is actually just like a pigtail almost, and then it's almost like just a receiver that you would use your phone for. So that is the biggest difference between the two, is how everything is communicated to the bike. Both of them, you can just flash them and then leave them off, and you don't have to have them. I have this one on the bike, and I have the one on there. You don't need to. You can just flash it, take it off, and Bob's your uncle, and yeah, and it's done. So being the difference of it is, the way I think about it is, the original PowerVision is more like your laptop, or sorry, your desktop computer, and your PowerVision 4 is more like your laptop. It's like your go anywhere type thing, where this, you have to have it plugged in. And being plugged in, like, you actually have to take this, if there's a new tune that you want, you actually have to take that off and actually connect it to, well, I guess you don't have to take it off. You can get the cable and put it here and bring a laptop out here, but you actually have to hook it to a computer, download it from the computer onto this before you can download it onto your bike. It's not that big of a hassle, because it's not like you're doing it all the time. It would be maybe once a year, if that. So that is an issue that you do have, as well as if there is any updates for the PowerVision, which I don't know. To be honest with you, ever since I installed it, I've never gone to look to see if there was updates for that. It works perfectly fine. But yeah, if there was updates, you would have to take it, connect it to computer, and do it that way. The PowerVision 4 is very convenient. Everything's done on your phone. And yeah, you work it with your phone. You download it you download an app to your phone, and everything's done through there. So any downloads straight from your phone, you can be anywhere out on the road and just download it, which I gotta say is actually a really convenient and cool thing. The PowerVision original one came with everything on it, so it was fine. This one here, I installed it, I'm gonna say maybe 6 months ago on the Indian, and the first thing I noticed is they didn't have an Autotune to it. And Indian guys, you'll want to keep listening to this though. And then I noticed, I installed it, did it, whatever, like loaded the tune, rode for a while, and I just recently noticed that the Autotune button on my app actually appeared, because I opened the app. I wanted to check something out on the bike, because I had seen a video that there's Autotune on it, so I wanted to see if I had it. Well, when I opened up the app, there was a firmware update, so I downloaded the firmware update, and lo and behold, there's the Autotune. There's the button. Well, it's all grayed out for me, and I couldn't click on it. So I did contact DynoJet to find out, like, what do I need to do to get this? And lo and behold, they don't actually have Autotune for Indian motorcycles right now, so you can't actually do the Autotune. PowerVision, you can do Autotune, no problem. It's already loaded on there. PowerVision 4 did not have it originally. For Harley Davidson, they didn't even have it. As of right now, they do actually have it for Harley Davidson, but as of right now, they do not have it for Indian. However, they are working on it, apparently. At least that's what the email said. And so it could be coming. So that's where the whole updating of the system is good for the PowerVision 4, is because when it becomes available, I'll be able to download it and actually use it. But as of right now, Indian, if you want to auto-tune, you're SOL. Now, no Autotune isn't like make or break it. Again, well, for Indian, it really doesn't matter, because Indian, they don't have Autotune, and that's the only thing you can get for the Indian. And if you get it, if you have a Harley Davidson, you do have the Autotune. But I have done the auto-tuning for this. It does make a difference, or at least I felt like it did make a difference on the bike when I downloaded the the tune to it and then did an auto tune. I did notice the bike does run a little bit better, but that could all be also all in my head. So having said all of that, what would I choose between these two if I was starting right off the bat with a Harley Davidson? Which one would I choose? To be honest with you, I would go with the PowerVision 4 only because it's cheaper. If you could find them at the same price, I think I would actually go with the original PowerVision. And the reason is I'm very complicated. I do like technology. I do like the fact that you can download everything on your phone and everything. But to me, that's the biggest drawback for me, is everything done on my phone. I already do everything on my phone. I'm even filming this here on my phone. And I don't want to have my phone on my bike. Now, originally when I got the PowerVision for the Harley, I downloaded the tune to it. I did the Autotune. I didn't even mount it. I actually just kept it in my pocket and I rode off. So having the phone would be better for that. However, lately I took the phone mount off of my bike and I put the PowerVision there. And one of the reasons is I hate having my phone available when I'm riding. I'm a scatterbrain. When I'm riding, you can probably tell by the way I go all over the map here while I'm explaining all this, but I don't like having another screen or a screen in front of my face with while I'm riding. And yes, I know this is another screen. However, this screen here does not have text messages, calls coming in, beeping because someone's trying to message me. This here, I actually, to be honest, the reason I put it on is more because of the colder weather. It tells me engine temperature. I wait until it gets up to about 200 degrees Fahrenheit before I actually give it the beans, because I know the fluids are all good then, and by the time I've ridden that long, I know the tires are heated up and I can start going a little bit faster when I'm riding out in the cold. So yes, it is a screen, but it's not a screen that's going to distract me. It's literally just gauges. Price being a factor, I would go with the PowerVision because, like I said, it's $200 cheaper. However, if you can find this for about the same price, I would probably go with this because if you're like me, I do like technology. I think it's great. I have fun with it while I'm riding for the first day or two or driving in a car. But after that, it's just out of sight, out of mind. I could care less. You can do all live gauges and stuff through the app on your phone, but again, if I did that on my bike, it's going to distract me and I don't want that distraction. I just want to ride my motorcycle. What do you guys think? What would you choose? Would you choose the PowerVision 4 because it's new, the latest, greatest? It is quick. Downloading everything is fantastic. It works really well. I just don't like the fact that I have to do everything through my phone. Again, also, if I'm traveling somewhere far, I don't need to have that running in the background, looking at gauges. I guess I could plug my phone in. I'm worried about battery life. I don't know. Price being a factor, get this because it's cheaper. But if it's not the same, I would go with the original. But what do you guys think? What would you choose? PowerVision or the PowerVision 4? Anyways, until next time. Later.